Hello student, I hope you all are fine. In the last lecture we have started our chapter rational numbers. In that lecture we have done property of whole numbers, closure property. Today we will continue this lecture with commutativity. What is the commutativity, or we can say commutative law? In the commutative law, when we are doing any calculation on two numbers means that can be whole numbers, integers and rational numbers. When we are performing our operation on the two numbers, then we use this commutative law and commutativity property. So here are different operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So if we are doing the operation on the whole numbers, suppose here is addition. If we are doing addition, so we will apply this property on the two numbers. A plus b is equal to b plus a. If a plus b is equal to b plus a, then we will say whole numbers are commutative under addition. Okay, so let us take example of the whole numbers. 0 plus 7, that means this is a plus b. A plus b is equal to 7. Take opposite of this, that will be b plus a. So I am having 7 plus 0, that is also 7. Both are same. A plus b is 7 and b plus a is also 7. So we will say whole numbers are commutative under addition. So it will be yes. Okay. So next is subtraction. If a minus b is equal to b minus a, then we will say whole numbers are commutative under subtraction. Let's check this. A minus b. We are talking about the whole numbers. You can take any whole number. I am taking 7 minus 5. What will be? 2. If I am taking b minus a, that means 5 minus 7. That will be minus 2. They are not same. Yes. So that means whole numbers are not commutative under subtraction. So here will be no. Next is multiplication. Please remember this commutative law we apply only on two numbers when we are doing any calculation on two numbers. So if we are having two numbers and we are multiplying them, if a multiply b is equal to b multiply a, that means whole numbers are commutative under multiplication. So a multiply b. Suppose I am having here a, you can take any whole number. I am having 2 into 3, so that will be 6. If I am having b multiply a, what was b? B was 3 and a was this, so that will be equal yes. So we will say whole numbers are commutative under multiplication. Yes. Next is division. If a divided by b is equal to b divided by a, then we will say whole numbers are commutative under division. Let's check a divided by b. Any number you can take. Suppose I am having 7. Okay, I am having 8 divided by 2. That means a and b. So what it will be? It will be 4. Yes. Now reverse of this, b divided by a, that means 2 divided by 8, that will be 2 upon 8. Yes, they are not same. So that means whole numbers are not commutative under division. Okay. Next is integers. So say if we are having any two integer, suppose formula will be same for addition, for subtraction, multiplication and division for all the numbers, whether that are integers or rational numbers. So I am taking any two integers. Suppose I am having minus 7 and minus 5. Okay, minus 7 and minus 5. So a plus b, that means minus 7 plus minus 5, that will be minus 12. Yes. Take opposite of this, b plus a. That means minus 5 plus minus 7. What will be that? That will also minus 12. That means integers are commutative under addition. So here will be yes. Yes. In that subtraction, here was no. For the whole numbers, that was no. Let's check for the integers. Suppose I am having minus 5 and minus 7. You can take any positive number also. So let's take a positive, because integer contains all positive numbers, negative numbers and 0 also. So I am having these two numbers. Let us take this. So a minus b, that means 5 minus this. Okay. So 5 minus plus 7, that means it will be 12. When you are doing b minus a, b means minus 7, minus you have to do here subtraction, minus 5, that will be minus 12. That means integers are not commutative under subtraction. Okay, it was no, it is also no. Multiplication, you will get here yes, because when you are multiplying a into b and b into a, both are same. In the division, let's check for the division. Suppose you are having any two integers, minus 7 divided by minus 5. What you will get? Minus 7 upon minus 5. It will be cancelled. 7 upon 5. Reverse of this means minus 5 divided by minus 7. That will be 5 upon 7. Yes, both are not same. Yes, so here we will say no. That means integers are not commutative under division. Now our main topic is rational numbers. Okay, so we will check this for rational numbers. Now I am rubbing these two, because we are not having enough space for this. So I am rubbing these two. We have done these operations. Now I will explain the rational numbers. Okay. Here we are having rational numbers. First we have to do addition. So let us take any two rational numbers. Suppose I am having minus 3 upon 2. Another number is minus 1 upon 3. Okay. So what we have to do? First we have to do division. We have to check whether a plus b and b plus a are equal or not. So let's do minus 3 upon 2 plus, this is of minus 1 upon 3. Okay. So it is minus 3 upon 2 minus plus minus 1 upon 3. Okay. Here take the LCM. LCM will be 6. Yes. So it will be minus 9. It will be minus 2. What will be answer? Minus 11 upon 6. Okay. It was a plus b. It was a plus b. Now we have to check b plus a. B plus a. Okay. So what is b? B is minus 1 upon 3 plus this number, first one, minus 3 upon 2. Okay. So minus 1 upon 3 minus plus minus 3 upon 2. LCM will be 6. It will be minus 2 and it will be minus 9. That will be minus 11 upon 6. So this and this both are same. Both are same. So we will say here rational numbers are commutative under addition. We have done this for addition. Okay. So for the rational number you will say here yes, they are commutative under addition. Now check it for subtraction. Okay. Suppose you are having the same number, and subtraction means we will subtract the numbers. Okay, so suppose you are having here minus. Okay, now we will change the sign, minus minus plus. Yes, and it will be also a minus b, minus minus plus. Okay, so it will be plus. What is your answer here? What is your answer here? Here minus 9 plus 2. Yesterday I told you how to do addition of the two integers when you are having different sign. Take their difference, that is 7, and sign of the greater number. Okay, here will be 6. Now check it for b minus a. B minus a. So this is your b minus a. Okay, so minus minus will be plus. Yes, here will be plus. So now what you will get? Here I will get 7 upon 6. Both are not same. That is minus 7 upon 6. It is 7 upon 6. So that are not same. So we will say rational numbers are not commutative under subtraction. Check for multiplication. In the multiplication you will get the same answer, means both side will be same. A multiply b into a is equal to b multiply a. So you will do that by your own. You have done the multiplication of the fraction in the fraction in your previous class also. So I am not explaining this. Here you will get the yes division. Let's check the division of the two numbers. A divided by b. We have to check this equation whether they are equal or not. If they are equal, we will say whole numbers are commutative under division. Otherwise we will say no. So first I am having the let us take any value. Suppose 2 upon 3 and divided by 5 upon 2. Okay, and we have to check opposite also. So first I am taking this side. What it will be? What it will be? 2 upon 3. How to solve this division? It will be changed in multiply. It will be reciprocal or reverse. 2 upon 5. They are not cutting numerator with the denominator. So we will direct multiply this. 4 upon 15. This is your a divided by b. Now I will check b divided by a. b 5 upon 2 divided by 2 upon 3. 5 upon 2 and divide sign will change in multiply. It will be 3 upon 2. So that will be 15 upon 4. Check this. They are not same. Okay. They are not same. So we will say rational numbers are not commutative under division. Okay, so it was the commutative property, or you can say commutative law. Next we will do the associative law. Okay, so next is associativity, or we can say associative law. When we are doing any calculation of three numbers, means when we are having three numbers, suppose we are adding three numbers, so first we will add two numbers, then third one. So if a plus b plus c is equal to a plus within bracket b plus c, means if we are adding these two numbers first and then adding third one, that should be equal to, if we are adding like this, first we are adding b plus c, then a, means if we are changing their order of addition and subtraction and multiplication and division, then if both sides, left hand side and the right hand side, both are equal, then we will say that number like whole numbers are associative under addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. Okay, so first I will check this for addition for the whole numbers. We will not do for each and every because you have already done. I'll just explain 1 2 3 and then I'll explain in detail rational numbers. Okay, so here addition a, suppose a plus b, you are adding plus first a plus b then c. Okay, so take any numbers, whole numbers we are talking about, so we can take any number from 0 1 2 3 and so on. So I'm taking, suppose I'm having 0 and this is r2 and this is r3. So first I'm adding 0 plus 2 then plus 3. So what I'll get, 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. If I'll change the order, means first I will add b and c. What is b and c? You can say a plus within bracket b plus c. If you are adding b plus c first, what is b plus c? 2 plus 3. So here will be 2 plus 3, it will be 5 plus a is 0. So still it is 5. Okay, so when you are changing the order of the of your integers, whole numbers and rational numbers, if you are having 3 numbers and you are changing their orders, means you can add that numbers in any order, your answer will be same. So we can say whole numbers, integers and rational number all are associative under addition. So in all it will be yes. Okay, I will check this for rational numbers. I'll give you one example. And for the subtraction, in the subtraction it will not true in any case, so it will be no, as we have done previously. You can check this by your own. Formula will be this: first you will subtract a minus b, and from the resultant then you will subtract c. On the right hand side, what you will do, first you will take a as it is and do the subtraction on the b minus c, and then subtract the resultant from the a. You will get different answer. So subtraction is not associative, sorry, whole numbers are not associative under subtraction. Okay, so in the multiplication it will be true if you will change the order of the numbers for the multiplication. In all the cases you will get the same answer, whether you are doing these two first and these two, in all the cases you will get the same answer. Okay, so division, for the division it will not true. Okay, now I will explain rational numbers in detail. I'm rubbing these two. You understand? Associativity means we are doing calculation on the 3 numbers. Okay, so now we will do only for rational numbers. Okay, what is addition? In addition we are having 3 values. Suppose you are having 2 upon 3, 1 upon 2 and 7 upon 6. Okay, so we have to add this. First take left hand side, that is a plus b plus c. So first you will add a plus b. What is a? This is your a, this is your b, this is your c. So 2 upon 3 plus 1 upon 2 plus 7 upon 6. First you have to solve these two. So how you will? First you will take the LCM. LCM will be 6. It will be 4 plus 3 within bracket plus 7 upon 6. So what is this? 7 upon 6 plus 7 upon 6. So it will be, because now the denominators are same, we will directly add them, 14 upon 6. Now check the right hand side. For the right hand side we have to take a plus within bracket b plus a. Means first we will add the b plus c and then we will add a in that. So a plus b plus c. Now we will add these two first. Okay, so a is 2 upon 3 plus, what is b? b is 1 upon 2. What is that? Plus 7 upon 6. Okay, so add them. 2 upon 3 plus, it will be LCM will be 6. 2 3s are 3 will be here plus 7. 2 upon 3 plus it will be 10 upon 6. So what is that? Now again we will take the LCM. LCM will be 6. Okay, 3 2s are 2 2s are 4 plus 10, it will be 14 upon 6. Check it. Here is also 14 upon 6. Here is also. So in the addition, if you are changing the order of the numbers, in both the cases you will get the same answer. So we will say rational numbers, integers, whole numbers, all are associative under addition. Okay, so next we will do subtraction. In subtraction it will be changed. You will just change their sign and you will check your answer will be different. Okay, in the multiplication you can change their order, you will get the same answer. Both side will be equal. Left hand side will come equal to right hand side. So you will do this by your own. In the division, I'm doing division for you here, because in the division we will do multiplication also. Okay, you can learn how to do the multiplication, you already know that. So let us take one example. What is that property? A divided by B divided by C. Yes, and it should be equal to A divided by B divided by C. Means in this you will do this step first and then this and this, that will be second. But in that you will do first this and then these two. Yes, it will be the order. So let's do this. Left hand side, what is that? A divided by B divided by C. So let us take any number. Suppose I am having 1 upon 2 divided 3 upon 2, okay, change this, 4 and divided 1 upon 5. First solve this. 1 upon 2, it will be changed, that will be reciprocal, divided by 1 upon 5. You can change this here. So I am changing this sign and I am reversing this 5 upon 1. So it will be 4 upon 3 2s are 6. Multiply 5 upon 1. What will be your final answer here? 20 upon 6. You can cut this, and here will be this is A divided by, first you will do this step. So do that. A, what was A? A is 1 upon 2 divided, then start the bracket, 3 upon 4 divided by 1 upon 5. In this first I will solve this. So it will be 1 upon 2 divided by 3 upon 4. It will be changed, that will be reverse. So it will be 1 upon 2 divided by, please solve this, 15 upon 4. Yes, so it will be 1 upon 2 reverse second one, 4 upon 15. So what is your answer? 4 upon 30. Yes. So in division you will not get the same answer on both the sides. That will be different. So we will say rational numbers are not associative under division. Okay. Next we will do distributive law. Okay. So next is distributivity. When we will perform two operations on three numbers, means simultaneously we will perform two operations. One will be multiplication, another will be either plus or minus. So if any number is given in this form, means one number is given here and then multiplication sign, another is here, then plus or it may be minus sign, and then third number. So how you can break that number, how you can solve that number? Very easily by using this distributivity or distributive law. So how you will break this, how to learn this formula? First you will write this, A multiply, first number is B, put this in bracket. Then what is next? What is sign here? Plus. Again this, A multiply and then the second number C. So by this way, means you can break this this formula into this. So it will be your left hand side, it will be your right hand side. Here next is A multiply B minus C. So first, what you have done in the plus, you have written this A into two times, and then plus sign in between, and this number here and that number there. So here you will do A multiply, then what will be sign? Minus, again A multiply. So what will be first number? B. B will come here, and then C will go there. Okay. So this is your formula that you will use in distributive law. Next is the next we will do some important points that you have to learn and you have to remember. First one is 0 is called additive. This is from addition. Additive identity of whole numbers. And another point is 1 is called multiplicative identity for whole numbers. So why we call 0 additive identity and why we call 1 is multiplicative identity? Because when we are adding 0 in any number, so after the addition of this additive identity, that is 0, we are getting the result same. Suppose if you are having take any number, you are having 5. Additive identity means you will add, if you are adding 0, so still your answer is same. Yes, there is no change in the answer. So that's why we need a number. If we will add that number in any number, so answer will be same. So that is 0. So that's why we called 0 is an additive identity. And for the multiplication, we also need a number. If you will multiply any number with that number, there should not be any change in your resultant. So if you are multiplying 5 with 1, you will get 5. Yes. So in the multiplication, if you will multiply any number with 5, there will be no change in answer. If you will add 0 in any number, then there will be no change in answer. So that's why we are calling 0 is additive identity and 1 is multiplicative identity. Okay. After this, there is 2 further terms, that is additive inverse or we can say negative, or another fourth one is multiplicative inverse. So what is additive inverse and what is multiplicative inverse? So additive inverse, or we can say negative. If you are having any number A, so what will be the additive inverse of A? What will be that? I'm saying its name additive inverse or negative. Negative means we will take the negative of that number. So additive inverse of A is minus A. Just you have to put minus sign in front of that number. Suppose you are having 15 upon 3. Okay. So this is given to you. So what will be the additive inverse of this number? So you will write additive inverse of, what was that, 15 upon 3 is equal to, what is that, only minus sign, so it will be minus 15 upon 3. Okay, suppose this number is negative, this number is already negative, so we have to just change the sign with additive inverse of 15, it will be minus. Yes, so what will be your answer now? Minus 15 upon 3 is given to you and you have to find out additive inverse of minus 15 upon 3. So I'll put one more minus. Yes, so minus minus will be plus, that means 15 upon 3. Simply you can say, you will change the sign. If negative is given, so additive inverse will be positive, and if positive number is given, then additive inverse of that number will be negative. Okay, and one more thing, the sum of number that is given to you and the additive inverse of that number will be 0. And what is that 0? That 0 is additive inverse, and that 0 is additive identity. So if you will add the number that is given to you and plus additive inverse of that number, so you will get 0. Okay, let's do this. So what is the actual number? Minus 15 upon 3. What will be the additive inverse? You have already find out, that is 15 upon 3. We have to add them because this is additive inverse. So what will be your answer? Minus 15 upon 3 plus 15 upon 3. Your answer will be 0. And what is this? This is our additive identity. Additive identity. Okay. Now I'll explain the multiplicative identity. I told you one is the multiplicative identity. What is the multiplicative inverse? Okay. As you have seen, when we are adding a number and their additive inverse, we are getting additive identity. So same in the multiplication, when you will multiply the actual number and their multiplicative inverse, you will get the 1. That is multiplicative identity. So what is this multiplicative inverse? If you are having any number, suppose you are having 1 upon a. Okay, first take 1 a. If you are having a, this is given to you. Okay, a means any value. So what will be multiplicative inverse? Multiplicative inverse. That will be reciprocal of this. You can say reciprocal of this. Reciprocal, or you can say inverse. Okay. So what is reciprocal? 1 upon a. Yes. And if you will multiply, because we are talking about the multiplicative identity and the multiplicative inverse, if you will multiply the actual number and their multiplicative inverse, so you will get answer 1. That is multiplicative identity. Okay, let's do one more example of the multiplicative inverse. Suppose they have given you 13 upon 5. Multiplicative inverse, what will be that? Reciprocal. Reciprocal means reverse of this. 5 upon 13. Numerator will be denominator, denominator will be numerator. Next step, what we have to do? We have to multiply these two numbers, actual number and their multiplicative inverse. So that is 5 upon 30. So what you will get? 13 1 ja, 5 1 ja. So you will get 1, and that is multiplicative identity. I hope you understand this topic. Okay. So next is we will do some examples related to this chapter and whatever we have done here. So first one is where you have to verify minus of minus x is equal to x. If x is equal to any number, you can take any rational number. I'm taking here 15 upon 30. Verify minus of minus x is equal to x. Means we have to prove. What do you mean by minus x? This is minus. Minus means negative sign. So this is the additive inverse of x. So first we will find out the additive inverse of x, because additive inverse of x means we will change the sign, and then we will further find out the additive inverse of that additive inverse. Okay, and we will check that. So first given number is 15 upon 30. So additive inverse of x. Additive inverse of x. What is your x? X is 15 upon 13. What will be that? If you will do the additive inverse of x, that will be minus x. And here, if we are doing minus, so we have to do this also minus. Okay, so this is the additive inverse of x. Further, we have to do the additive inverse of this, means additive inverse of this number. Okay, so now do the additive inverse of this, additive inverse of minus x. So what will be that? You have to do, means it will be changed, minus of minus 15 upon 13. Yes, so what it will be? Minus minus plus 15 upon 13. And what is that? Additive inverse of the additive inverse of x is equal to actual number. That means x. What was x? What was x? It was x. Given number x is equal to this. So that means if you are doing additive inverse of a number and again you are doing the additive inverse, so that will be your actual number 2 times, because we are changing the sign. Suppose first this is plus, it will be minus, and then from minus to it will be plus, so you will get your actual number. So you have to do this kind of sum like this. Okay, so you are getting here actual number, that is equal to x. Okay, so value can be changed. You will do the practice. Please do the practice with the different numbers. Okay, next is you have to tell, we have done here 4 properties for the rational numbers. First was the closure property, second is the commutativity, third one is associativity, and fourth one is the distributivity. So if suppose one number is given, 1 upon 5 multiply minus 1 upon 3 is equal to minus 1 upon 3 into 1 upon 5. So you have to tell which property is used here. Means this is 1 upon 5, this is minus 1 upon 3, and this is repeated. Suppose this is A multiply, this is B, this complete is B. So here this complete is B multiply A. So which property is this? Tell me whether it is commutative or associative. So this is commutativity, because in the commutativity we are taking the 2 numbers. So here we are using commutativity property. Just you have to recognize which property you will use in this. And suppose they are giving to you 1 upon 2 multiply 1 upon 3 plus 4 upon 2. Okay, 1 upon 3. Okay, so if this is given, how you can break this number, how you can rearrange this number so that you can solve this easily, or they can also ask solve this with the help of distributive law or distributivity. So in the distributive law we know our formula: A multiply B plus C, it will be A multiply B, this sign will be here, then A multiply C. So how you can solve this? First you will take 1 upon 2 multiply 1 upon 3, yes, then plus sign, then take this again and multiply 1 upon 2. Okay, so now after this I am solving here. So first solve this 1 upon 6, because in the multiplication we do the multiplication plus. Here will be 1 upon 4. Now you will solve this. Okay, how you will solve this? Your LCM will be, what will be your LCM? 12. So here will be 2 plus, here will be 3. So this is 5 upon 12. Okay. If you will solve this side like this, first you will solve this, then you will multiply this by this. So you will get the same answer. Answer will not change. You can solve this with the help of the left hand side and the right hand side also. Okay. So after this, again I am revising the some rules for the multiplication, means about the sign. You have done this, you have done these rules in integers also. So when you are multiplying one positive number, multiplying and another positive number, so you will get positive. Okay, when you are multiplying negative and negative, so you will get your answer positive. Minus minus will be plus in multiplication. If you are having one number negative and multiplying that number with one positive, so you will get negative. Your answer will be negative. And vice versa, you can say positive multiplying negative. Similarly, you will get here minus. So from this, what we observe, when we are having in the multiplication, when we are having same sign, so we will get plus. When we are having different signs, then we will get minus. Okay, and bracket also means multiplication. When any number is in bracket, suppose there is 2 and there is 3, so that means 2 into 3, they are in multiplication. Okay, don't forget small things. Okay.